Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. How you all doing today? I hope that you are fantastic. I'm just working on the Steampunk Fantasy Journal, so I thought I would bring you guys along with me. We're not going to do any particular project. We're just doing some decorating of pages and things like that. So, something that I did do after I chatted with you guys yesterday, I've got little bits of paper everywhere. I added a pocket here, and I have ink all over me, sorry. I added a pocket here, and then I did one of these. These are Tracy Fox's, I think she calls them faux ephemera or something like that. It's one of her older digital kits that have been around for quite a while. So anyhow, they're little flashcards, and you can print them out different sizes. I think I shrunk them down or something like that. But anyways, and then I just put a piece of colorful paper there and did a little kind of collage there. So that's that. I added this. This is from that antiquarian sticker book. This, if you haven't seen it, and I got mine on Amazon. I don't know where else you can get them because that's where I got mine. So, but I cut it out entirely because it always has that border around it, and I didn't like it, so I cut it off. Now what we're going to do is take this scrap piece of the digital kit, the Steampunk Fantasy kit, and I'm going to make a pocket here, and I'm going to put another one of these flashcards of Tracy's in there. So the first thing we're going to do is back that because it's just a piece of, see, look at the little bits of paper everywhere. I thought I had them all, but I didn't. I'm going to back it with some brown paper and then tear it again because it's torn along here. So that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, how you guys doing? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm having a pretty good day. Just trying to get some things accomplished, which I feel like I'm failing at. But do you ever have those times when you're just like, no matter how hard you try, you cannot, I don't know, get your act together or whatever? That's kind of how I'm feeling today. Been that way for a few days, so it's not just today, but anyways, I think it's my ADD or whatever in the world you call it. I just get myself all in a twist. All right, so I'm just going to tear, and I'm going to leave a little bit up here at this top part where I can see this, and then the rest where it's straight, I will cut it. So you'll see some of the brown paper in some spots, and then in other spots you won't. I kind of got this idea from Carol Laws because she did a pocket not too long ago where she left like a little edge of the brown paper, and I really liked that, and I wanted to try it, so I'm trying it. I mean, I'm doing a different version of a pocket, but same idea. I want the straight edges to be straight along that edge of the paper, but I wanted the ripped parts to have that ripped paper showing through. Plus, it'll just give some strength to the pocket instead of just a thin piece of copy paper. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on just one second. So this is the paper that I use, and I get mine on Amazon. I just keep getting lots of questions. So I'm going to show you the box. And I get a big, huge box of it. It's, I don't even know how many pages. Oh, duh, right there. 500 sheets, Amy. It's 500 pieces, but you can get packages of it that have less. You can get it at Walmart in packages. It's more of a speckled sort of a look, but I mean, it works the same. So it's kind of an off-white, and that's what this is too. It's called natural, so it's not white because I don't like the white paper. I'm going to grab out a piece of paper that's colored, but you'll be able to see because it's basically white. But there's, you know, there's a difference. It's just very off-white, not like cream or anything. It's just natural. So that's what I use. Okay, hopefully that helps because I've had loads and loads of questions because these images are so color saturated, and I get it, you know, like if you print on anything even remotely glossy, you're gonna kind of end up with a mess because it will be too much ink for the paper, you know, it'll just slide around. So you need to have something that's going to be staying put or can accept the ink, you know, and kind of soak it in a little bit and not let it be sliding around on there, or you're going to get like a muddy kind of a look. So anyways, hopefully that was helpful. I get mine on Amazon. I just order the 500 sheets because I go through it, you know. But if you don't think you'll use that much, you can get smaller packages of it. So that is done, and I have finally remembered to grab it. All right, so we're going to come back to this spot again and glue this on here. So I think that'll look kind of cool. Let's see here. Oopsie, that's going to be a little too much over there on that corner, huh? At least I figured it out before I glued it down. The trick is going to be getting it to the edge of the paper. That's why I do a lot of these things before I sew it in. But sometimes I just get itching to sew it in and then I add other things. I don't know. It's all however you want to do it. It doesn't really matter which, what order you do that in. Doesn't matter that much. I mean, obviously, if you're going to do any sewing on the pages, you're going to want to do that before you sew it into the book, because otherwise you're going to have to try to, you know, move the whole entire journal around and when you're sewing, which sometimes is not really possible. So actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down too, because I'm just worried it's going to be constantly flipping and bending if I don't. So we're going to tuck it right in there. Let me grab, sorry, excuse my reach there. Looking for paper towel. I don't see it right here. Sorry, that was probably your ear that I just slammed that down on. But anyways, there's that on the corner. And then we can decorate up that card. That'll be good. Yeah, I know I've got one there, but I don't know, they're kind of fun and they look good, I think. So I think that will work just fine. Let's see, I have this dragonfly. I don't know if it will fit properly. I may have to do a little bit wider card to use that anyway. I mean, I could just decorate that with something else. I really do like it. What else could we use? Let's see. Sorry, I thought I had everything all ready, but I don't. I can cut this down a bit. I mean, I can still end up putting that in the pocket, but to use the dragonfly, which I want to, we'll just make a little journaling card out of this book page that was a glue book. Some of this might work pretty well. I don't know, that's a different look, huh? Got some rust. Rust might work. Oh, a lot of people have been asking what I used with this kit as far as backing pages. This is a backing page that comes in the Steampunk Fantasy. These are just coffee dyed. This is from my fall mushroom digital, this wood with the splatters and stuff on it. This is avocado dye. These are from my Cat's Meow digital. They're just background pages from there, but they're cool because I just have music and a lot of the colors that are in this kit, and that's coffee dyed, and a lot of those I just had in my stash. This is just sprayed with some Holtz ink paper. This is from the fall mushroom kit as well. So yeah, I just used a few different kits, but you know, use whatever you've got that might be sort of in the colors, or even just like rusty looking papers. Like these are from my industrial, or this one's Rust and Numbers digital download, or the industrial digital download. Both have some rusty pages that you could use. Yeah, I would just say use whatever you like or that you think goes with it. It's not like, I mean, it's no different than any other journal. You just have to find things that you like with those colors, basically. Which I know sometimes is easier said than done, but those are the kits that I used of my digital kits. The rusty pages are kind of fun. I kind of wish I would have thought of them when I printed out pages, but I do like the way it looks, so I'm not, you know, sad about the way it looks. I just wish I would have thought to add some of these because they are pretty cool. For the steampunk thing, I just didn't even think of it. I was just on a different sort of tangent then, I guess, and didn't think of my rusty pages. And these are photographs that I took while my husband and I go out riding our ATV. That was not working for me. So yeah, that's how I got those. And then, what will that look like on there? Does it get lost on there? I just like that because it's like a metal sort of a look. Well, let's see what else we got. I'm all out of the papers that I splattered. So maybe I'll put a piece of this back behind here. And this is from my Alaska wallpaper, which would also be a good one to back pages with if you have that one. I mean, yeah, basically all I can say is go through whatever papers, either scrapbook papers or digital papers that you have, and just see what you have that kind of goes with the papers of the kit. You know, if you don't want to buy more pages or, you know, digital kits or whatever, just go through what you've got and see if anything strikes your fancy. It's kind of what I do when I start a new journal, is just see what I've got that will go. I guess it didn't matter which way I turn that. That's all that's going to show is that. This is vintage photo. I was using walnut stain, but this kind of has more of that rusty look to it, I feel like. Wow, I'm all discombobulated today, you guys. Can you tell? Sorry, I apologize, because I know that doesn't make for a great video when I get like that. I don't know why I do that sometimes. It's so weird. Totally discombobulated. I think it's because I was out running errands. I came back, and for some reason that throws my day off a little bit when I have to go be around people. I am an awful introvert. If you this is your first visit to my channel, I mean, I'm awful. So, apologize. I just don't people very well. I don't math well. I don't people well. It's all silliness. I know. I kind of just like to be in my little zone, and that's that. See if we can use any flowers. Here, I've got that cool clock or watch, pocket watch. There's one little scrappy piece. I need to color some more of that because that was super handy. Oh, there's a blue one. And now let's see what we get here. Piece of fuzz. I just think it needs some color. That's what I'm thinking. They will definitely get inked. I think I like the purple. Maybe something kind of like that. Yep, that's the ones. Okay, so now we just got to ink everything. And these flowers are in the Steampunk Fantasy kit. The only thing that isn't is, of course, the background papers. Well, actually, this is the only thing that is. For some reason, I was thinking I had more pieces. These are from Kupili Imaginarium, and I know that's one of those crazy names, but that's where I get my art doll images a lot of the time that I make art dolls with, if they're not the ones that I have in my shop. And she also has just a kit of like pocket watches, old watches, and clocks and things like that. So I have that kit in my stash of kits. So, yeah. I know, it's one of those names you're like, eh? I'll write it down real quick for you guys. It's Itkupili. Itkupili, I believe. Oh, Imaginarium. Imaginarium. Itkupili Imaginarium. I think there's two eyes right there. There might only be one. But, yeah, it's a mouthful, all right. And I can't remember what it means. I did look it up at one point. I think it's from the Netherlands or Finland. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I apologize. It's been a while since I looked all that up. When I very first started to use her dolls, I was like, what does that even mean? But yeah. But she has lots of neat, sort of odds. But fun, definitely fun stuff to use. I'm not going to glue this side down yet because I want to put the clock on, pocket watch. Ink. And then our dragonfly, if I can get the backing off. And this one I also cut real close because I didn't want the outline on it. You can definitely leave the outline on it though. It's not a problem. These definitely need to be glued. If you get that sticker book, the antiquarian one, I do not know why, but they do not stick. They will just fall off. At least my book is like that. I don't know if everybody's book is the same, but I would just highly recommend putting some glue on the back of them. I mean, they're great stickers. They're great images. It's just the stickers aren't fantastic. The sticky isn't sticky. Okay. The little wings hanging off, but that's okay. We can snip it a little bit. And I need to back it. And I think we'll stamp it a little bit. Had to get it on the table. Okay. What else? Maybe a number. I don't know, just grabbed some numbers. And then what should we back it with? This piece of this again, like this. And this is just Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, the Walnut Stain. And I just sprayed it all over, spritzed it with a little bit of water, and that's it. And it did the rest. I might have added a little tea. I might have lied about that. I think I maybe did add some tea. Some really strong tea. I think that's when I had my tea hanging around up here. I don't have it now, but... And this will most likely get stitched around as well, just so that it's finished off, but you don't have to do that. You can, if you don't stitch and you don't like to do that, then don't do it. All right, let me grab. And where is our pocket? It's right here. Yeah, I like that. It needed that little something. So I'm going to go add some fabric and stitch around that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. It was so funny when my son was here, because one day, it was the day that he left, actually, he was standing in my craft room just jabbering at me. He does that, and I love that, when he just, you know, comes in here with me and just talks and jabbers and whatever. So I was stitching around tags and stuff like that, and he's like, are you trying to, like, make the stitches all over and different on different spots? Because, like, over there you did it straight and then you did it zigzag. He was just completely perplexed by this whole concept. I'm like, yeah, I am doing that on purpose. He's like, oh, okay, good, because I wasn't sure if... It was just really funny the way he was... He was just so confused. It was cute. But yes, it is hard to understand for those of us, especially because he's like a super, oh boy, how do I say that? He is super grounded in reality. Like, everything for him is not fanciful, it's just very logical. And so a lot of the stuff that I do, he just totally does not get at all. But it was really funny. He's so funny. It's like, yes, I am trying to do that. Yeah, he and I are very alike. Like, he's definitely my son for sure. But he just, other things were so vastly different on. It's just so funny the way our minds work. All right, I think that's good for that, with the little bit of something on there. I like the way that looks. I love that dragonfly. That dragonfly is super cool. And let's see, I don't know what else I want to do at the moment. I don't need a lot more. You know, I'm just adding tidbits at this point, kind of here and there, because we are getting pretty fat, and I don't want it to get, like, just a mess. So, but I do want to add a few other things, just because it's fun, right? To decorate our pages up. I think I might just do, like, a little something up here in this corner. Like, it just feels like it needs a little something. Don't know. But I've got this piece of washi floating around, so I think I'll use that. And then, my fingers are super sticky. Yeah, it's funny because Aiden is, my daughter, is very artistic and loves music, she would love to be an author. She is in graphic design. Like, she's interested in all the artistic things, basically. And Theron is just super grounded in reality. He only believes in things he can see, touch, smell. You know, he's just super logical. And that's part of that whole... you know, going into computer science and all that, it's definitely that's his wheelhouse, because it's all very logic driven and math, and, you know, fanciful fantasy is not his thing at all. So they're just very different, even though they're raised the same. And around me. My husband's pretty, he likes, like his favorite genre in books is fantasy. But Theron is a lot like my dad, really, is what the deal is. He is very logic driven. And anything that doesn't seem right or doesn't make sense, he's just not into. Definitely like my dad. Even more so, I think, than my dad was. Which is crazy. It's funny because when he was little, and I may have told this story before, so if you've been with me for a long time, you're probably going to be like, yeah, we know. We watched the movie with Eddie Murphy, something, I think it was just called Dave or something like that, where the little guys, the little like alien guys, Eddie Murphy was sort of like a robot, or I didn't totally watch it. My husband was watching it, and Theron was little, but I didn't think it would be scary, because I just didn't think it would. It didn't seem scary to me, and I didn't know that he was really paying attention anyhow, because he was playing and doing stuff. But anyway, that movie completely freaked him out, and for that entire summer, he wouldn't wear shorts, because he was afraid that the little guys would, you know, because Eddie Murphy like had the little door on his leg where they would go climb up into his head and do all that to make him walk and talk, and it's so silly. But anyways, that completely freaked Theron out. He does not like anything sort of I don't know what you would call that, sort of animatronic or whatever. Like, he does not like the idea of AI or any of that kind of stuff. But as a little kid, that for a whole summer, he just was completely freaked out after that. And I felt so bad, because I didn't even think about it, that would bug him that bad. Because like I said, I didn't even realize he was paying attention. I was talking to my dad on the phone at the time, and I just wasn't paying attention. You know how you do sometimes. And I knew it wasn't an awful, like, R movie or something like that. So I never even thought about it, and that was bad. That bothered him for a long, long time. So any of those kind of things, he really doesn't like. I mean, obviously he's gotten over that whole thing, but anyway, funny stuff. All right, so I think that's where we're going to stop today, simply because I don't know that I want to do anything else, and I don't know what else to do. So, but we have our little pocket and tag, and I know this wasn't very exciting, but at the end, this is just kind of what I do. I just kind of go and see where I might want a little something and add it. I do need to sign it, and I will do that. But anyhow, we'll probably do the flip through on this tomorrow. And next week, Carol and I are going to start our collaboration with the Entirely Bonkers Alice in Wonderland digitals. So she'll be making a journal using the kit, and I will make a journal using the kit. And, you know, they'll be very different. And it's just so fun to see what we both come up with. And we won't be exchanging them this time. We'll sell them or whatever Carol wants to do with hers. But that way other people get a chance if they would like to try and purchase one. So anyhow, that is what is up, and so I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. If you're new, welcome, and if you're coming back to join me, thank you. I appreciate all of you more than you will ever know, and I love you guys. So thank you for joining me, and we'll chat again tomorrow. Bye now.